questioning why he's only now facing the law. Alpha Ramshwana, Eyewitness News.
On the weather front, a fine Wednesday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Joburg dropping to an overnight low of 11 degrees, peaking at 26, Tshwane 13 and 29, Vereeniging 12, also reaching a high of 27 degrees. Lerato Hufela, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
#MSW.
You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Usuthu madoda esikamandlakazi dlala abafana bewayinda eThekwini kulehlanu. Sundowns neArrows awesikaRock nezikazona. Abafowethu babhlungu bashisa impama Sundowns. Na imarumo nePolokwane out then keep dancing boys lapho siyabona umsebenzi. Chiefs versus SuperSport. Whoa, hayi Chiefs went for hunting baba. Dabuya na 4 goals. Womnandi lapho chip and tears. How your mind is on the right side now baba. Chipa sorry Pagani baba Orlando bashokha ugesi bonke abantu kusika sofa sonke empanza mfowethu laphana kusika Magebhudi hey kwabanzima kubalandeli beOrlando Pirates.
Former Alali as well as Mamelodi Sundowns gaffer, that is Pitso Msimane, is officially heading to Esteghlal FC. Let's catch up with the coach, Pitso Msimane.
He's a man who is not afraid to face new challenges, and I wish all the coaches can learn from him.
As the situation, you can't ask for more than that. It's bigger than the continent of Africa. It's bigger than we have done the Wydad, Esperance, Al Ahly, Sundowns. I mean, that's the Champions League of the continent. And how many times should we do that? Let's test ourselves, the Championship of Asia now.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Yeah, the Tuesday edition of Marawa Sports Worldwide is proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
From the pitch to the podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
I am so excited. It's not every day that we get to celebrate with a world champion, man. He comes here with 2 belts. And proudly so. I'm looking forward to my conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing from you as well. You might have watched the fight over the weekend. It was staged all the way in London. So yeah, the man is back from the UK. And he is, ladies and gentlemen, the evolution himself. IBO welterweight boxing champion. Will introduce him as soon as he walks into the studio. He is, we just told him he must just relax. Take a deep breath. Take it all in. And we'll chat to him shortly. Like I say, it's not every day. South Africa... Hey guys, I don't think we actually realize the true potential of what we have as far as the sporting personalities is concerned. Whether it was the Minister of Sports welcoming the ladies back from World Cup duty today, or just tennis, squash, you name it. South Africa has got all the talent, and I think today is going to be such a celebration. So do tune in, send us your questions, comments, or just your congratulations to the champion himself. The number remains the same, 060-708-0484, 060-708-0484. Otherwise, join us live in studio on 011-8838-947. We will go live on the YouTube channel. So you want to check out what those belts look like? Yeah, he's brought all the merchandise with them, and why not? I would do the same. Let me quickly tell you, though, that the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, he's given his opening address, though, in Addis Ababa, in Ethiopia, at the 46th Ordinary General Assembly of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, today. Now, Motsepe underlined the progress that's being made with African football, and also underlined his hopes that one day, and pretty soon, an African nation will lift football's most coveted prize, the World Cup.
175 countries, 175 nations worldwide were watching the AFCON Côte d'Ivoire. Our member associations are 54. So there's another approximately 121 nations outside the continent who are following African football, excited about African football, enjoy watching African football, and this reflects the huge amount of progress, that you are making in your countries, because I've said many times, the success of African football is what happens in every one of the 54 nations in Africa. In every one of the 54 nations in Africa. That is the foundation, that is a test, and that's why a lot of focus has to be on that. And good progress has been made. We're going to pass an EXCO resolution in the next few days, open a tender, and invite many of the private companies, private enterprises to bid and to be part of this plan in CAF to make sure that in the next 8 years, over the next 8 years, that there's $1 billion that is being made available for football. Every cent of that money must go towards football development. It has to go to investment in the youth. It has to go in investment in academies for boys and girls, and part of the plan is to ensure that if we can get every African nation or every member association to receive $1 million, every year from CAF starting in 2026, a lot of good progress will have been made.
Yeah, $1 billion from CAF every year. Well, big changes though. You heard the numbers yesterday when we were crunching them with the Lux September. Obviously a big difference the man has made. He's also praised the zero tolerance approach to corruption at CAF, and also noted that new spirit that prevails, and he believes it now does exist.
There's a recognition in Africa, there's a recognition in the world that there's zero tolerance. There's zero tolerance for corruption at CAF. There's zero tolerance for bribery. There's zero tolerance for violation and not respecting the CAF and FIFA statutes and regulations. And a huge amount of progress has been made. And I'm very proud of the work that Veron is doing. I'm very proud of the work that the CAF Secretariat is doing. And I'm also, as I said, proud of the attitude within the EXCO to really enforce this non-negotiable, the new spirit, the new culture that exists in CAF. And I see it every day. I had a meeting yesterday with the 54 presidents of the 54 countries in Africa that are members of CAF, and the feedback and the advice I got from them gives me confidence and gives me confidence of the future of football. But more importantly, is there's a new culture of working together. There's a new culture of respect. There's a new culture of commitment to develop and grow African football. And that commitment gives me confidence that we will continue to do well, and I'm confident we will succeed even more.
Well, I guess you all know that it is back. It's back tonight again. UEFA Champions League football action. And Shakhtar Donetsk, though, the coach Marino Pusic, well, he says that his team will almost need to be perfect if they are to become the first Ukrainian team to win in England at the 34th attempt when they face Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League. That game happening tonight. Now, the Ukrainian champions have had to endure a very bad 13-hour journey to the English capital after traveling from their base in Kiev to Lviv by coach on Friday, stopping over though for a day to train, and then on Sunday crossing the border to yet another city of Rzeszów in Poland, for where then they were able to fly to London. So wow, quite a journey.
It's a great challenge. We will for sure do our best tomorrow, like we always do. And well, you never know. It's a one game, It's a one game. Although in that one game, we almost need to be perfect to get a result. We realize that, but we will go for it. It's actually amazing what we have to travel to come to play away game. Actually, we always play away games. Let me say that. Let's start with that, unfortunately. Yes, we traveled, I think, 13 hours. It was very bad trip, and takes a lot of time and energy. But at the same time, we also very motivated team, and we are a very mentally good team. So despite all those circumstances, we didn't came to tell you this to complain. It's just a fact we're facing every time. Unfortunately, I think we are the only club in the world on this level who is having these circumstances. It doesn't make it easier for us, but like I say, we are a team who came here to compete and not to complain, and we play the game.
Well, it is a decade now since the invasion of eastern Ukraine by pro-Russian separatists that forced the team now to move out of their home city of Donetsk, with the conflict now consumed by the wider war in Ukraine, which began with the Russian invasion 2 years ago. Now, football stopped briefly in the country following the invasion, but also restarted for the 2022-23 season. Pusic, though, shares what it would mean, though, for the fans and also the people back in Ukraine to get something out of this game.
It would be very special, of course. No doubts about that. And that's why we, like I said, despite all those possible problems and we're facing daily based, we came here to play and we came to show up, and we're going to try our best to get something tomorrow out of the game.
Well, the team have yet to score, though, in the two Champions League fixtures this season. A goalless draw at home against Bologna and also a 0-3 reverse away to Atalanta. But come to London on the back of two successive wins, though, in the Ukrainian Premier League, where they sit fourth after 9 games. He also shared his thoughts, though, on Arsenal losing at Bournemouth on Saturday.
It doesn't tell the story, a whole story, of course. I saw the game. They got very early red cards, so it's very difficult to play 60 minutes, 65 minutes almost with one less. But it tells also about the strength from Arsenal. If you saw a long period unbeaten, then you're very, very good, of course.
Well, the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, he looked ahead to their UEFA Champions League clash with Shakhtar Donetsk at the Emirates Stadium tonight. Now, Arteta, he discussed Arsenal's discipline with 18 Reds right across his tenure.
Yeah, well, there are very different ones. I think there are two different periods when we used to have a lot and then not any. And then obviously we have 3 in a row. We have red cards for taking a throw-in, we have red cards for making a really bad tackle, or the last man makes a mistake and it's a penalty, Obviously it is a lot. I don't know what is little in 5 years, but it's something that we have to avoid for sure.
Well, he also admitted, though, that injuries and suspensions at Arsenal have impacted the leadership group and also captain selections in the squad.
It's extending because we are missing so many players that every game we are, okay, who is captain now? So, we are bringing new options every single time. Last time we had to be Big Gavi. I think Big Gavi was captain in a moment of a game or two, if I don't recall badly. But we have to make that because of the domino effect of so many players that are first in line not being available to play.
Well, also another key game that's going to be happening in the UEFA Champions League front. Borussia Dortmund are going to be facing Real Madrid in a repeat of last season's Champions League final. Now, this time, though, it's going to be in a group stage encounter at the Bernabeu with the new man at the helm. Now, former midfielder Nuri Sahin replaced Edin Terzic, with several players having left the club after that particular loss at Wembley, including the iconic figures of Marco Rose as well as Matt Hummels.
It was always my dream to play one day for Real Madrid. My son was born in this beautiful city and I have him with me. Now I have the privilege to be tomorrow on the sideline with my childhood club against one of my biggest dreams. So it means a lot to me, even it was not that long that I played for Real Madrid, but it will always stay special in me.
Right, so some special football indeed to look forward to later on this evening. Well, separately and away from UEFA Champions League, though, and bring it closer home, this is one of the tweets that came through. So if you're following on X, there was one that came through from Umka. Very fancy name that you do have, but a very important point that you bring forward. He says, and I would love people's opinions about it as well, how can women be paid equally as men? Because men's sport have sponsors, and I believe that they have a hand in paying them. So where will women's money come from since they don't have sponsors? Now, if you're wondering what it is that he's referring to, is that with the South African women's Proteas team arriving back home earlier today from the United Arab Emirates, where they finished as runners-up, though, in the T20 World Cup final, there was a bit of a small crowd, very vocal, though, which is great, including the Sports, Arts and Culture Minister, Gayton McKenzie, who greeted them on their return back home. And also McKenzie was addressing the media at the time, and he says that, the time has come now for the women's cricketers to earn pretty much the same as the men. Listen and give us your comments.
We need women to be paid the same as men. And that is one of the things, as the minister, that I've said to myself. I'm very proud of this team. That's why I came here today. We have one of the best teams in the world. I mean, it was just bad luck. But they've done well. They've done us proud. And they're our girls, man. They're the best. So we must leave that thing, say financial challenges when it comes to men. But by men's sport, we pay. We don't talk about financial challenges. When it comes to women that must be paid, we talk about financial challenges. We should work our things in this fashion that men and women get paid the same. And I'm going to fight for that. I'm not going to listen to stories about we are but financially castrated. There's never a right time to do the right thing. And the right thing to do is now. And the right thing to do, and I'm going to pressurize sporting codes. And I've been meeting with cricket, and I mean my Department of Sport, Arts and Culture has been giving money for this particular team to be developed, and you see what happened. So my next fight is not professionalization, because the previous minister fought for them to be professionalized. It happened. Look at the results. The next fight is equal pay in sport for women and men. I mean, they both entertain, they both play, they both risk the same injuries. Why is it that there's a discrepancy? I'm not going to listen to nonsense of, no, we can't do this. When are we going to do this if we can't do it now? Then we must then put a freeze on male salaries in order for women on male increases, in order for women to get the same.
Yeah, put a freeze on male salaries. He's not going to listen to any nonsense. Maybe you want to agree or disagree. I'll be more than glad to hear your comment about that one. Very vocal, as always, is Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, calling out for equal pay. Well, I don't know how much he got paid after his fight, but all I can tell you is that he's wearing a big, broad and very happy smile in the corner. And he comes out with a unanimous decision, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so exciting to have a world champion in the building. Thulani Evolution Mbenge, IBO welterweight boxing champion, coming up next.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
Big news! Deal or No Deal has awarded over 7.5 million rand cash and continues to change lives. So, join me, Katlego, and stand to win up to 250,000 rand by registering on dealornodealsa.tv. Catch Deal or No Deal weekdays on SABC2 at 11 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. and on SABC3 at 5:30 p.m. Proudly sponsored by LottoStar.
LottoStar is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
In the world of business, every second counts. Postnet isn't just a service. It's an extension of our business. They handle our shipments, bulk printing, and so much more. It's like having an extra division without the overheads.
That's because Postnet is a community partner, rooting for your success. Postnet, empowering businesses one account at a time, getting you across the line.
Hi, this is Tandy from the Bolt Safety Team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every Bolt ride. To your left is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. To your right is the emergency assist team, always on standby. Behind you is the share location team, letting your loved ones know where you are. We're the Bolt Safety Team, by your side on every ride.
Experience the love of value at Food Lovers Market with Big Deal Wednesday. Buy 3 125-gram blueberry punnets for 50 rand and get another 3 punnets absolutely free. And enjoy an 800-gram pack of Camille Haute Boerewors for just $69.99 per pack. Valid this Wednesday only at all inland Food Lovers Market stores. It's in the experience.
Santa, you're early this year.
Oh, yes, all because of GWM.
How come?
Well, kiddo, this holiday season, if you buy now, you can drive off in the popular Haval Jolian City or the luxurious Haval H6 and enjoy the freedom of no monthly repayments until April 2025.
GWM just keeps on giving.
Go with more. Visit gwm.co.za or contact your nearest GWM dealer.
Dear Journal, adulting, day 3000 and who cares? I'm overthinking. I'm overwhelmed. I'm over it. On the positive side, I guess I'm finally overachieving at something.
Finally learning about mental health. Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's convenient and like 19 Rand a day, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Former Alali as well as Mamelodi Sundowns gaffer, that is Pitso Msimane, is officially heading to Esteghlal FC. Let's catch up with the coach, Pitso Msimane.
We have to take the challenges. I think some of the challenges are given to us, and let's test ourselves.
Well, firstly, congratulations. Congratulations. I know that for 4 months now, you haven't been doing what you love the most. And
at this stage, Rob, we need to take what's right, and also have a little bit of opportunity to can choose sometimes. But we have worked hard to be where we are, so we can sometimes choose what you take and what you don't take. You sometimes have to wait for the right one, and it will always come.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Oh man, and he certainly is the champion of the world, without lying, guys. What an introduction. I mean, my next guest is a rejuvenated man, and I say this very guardedly, and I quote his direct words. He says, "I woke up on Sunday feeling like a brand new man," end quote. I mean, that's precisely how this 33-year-old, newly crowned IBO welterweight boxing champion, well, he reacted to his successful mission to win back the belt that he lost back in 2019. We've got to go back to 2019. He'll tell me all about how and why he lost that belt. He fought against Sebastian Formella. That fight was away again in Europe, fought in Germany. But the good news is that he won it on Saturday, defeating Englishman Michael the Problem. I think he solved that problem very quickly. Michael the Problem, McKinson, that was points, 12 rounds at the Copperbox Arena in London. I mean, what a dominating, spirited performance. If you watch that fight, it earned him a deserved unanimous points decision after 12 rounds. The score, I won't be able to say it the way that they normally do at ringside, but hey, calling on all the judges. Judge number 1, 116 to 112. And that score over 2 judges. And, ladies and gentlemen, the third official score coming in at 117 to 111. And, ladies and gentlemen, IBO welterweight boxing champion of the world, Thulani Evolution Mbenge.
Yeah!
I tried that a bit. I tried.
That was incredible, bro.
How did that feel?
I feel good.
Are you reliving the memories from Saturday now?
Yes, it feels good. It feels good. 117, 111, 116, 111, 116, 111.
Yeah.
The 117, the judge says you won 9 rounds out of 12. 116, the judge says you won 8 out of 12. 116 say you won 8 out of 12.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, that I think you can repeat that because it is, when you talk about unanimous, sometimes we don't quite understand what a 4 points margin is all about.
Yes.
And it's exactly what you delivered.
Yeah.
Did you get that feeling? Because I know that, hey, there was that first round. Yeah, hey, something.
It was shaky a little bit.
Something almost happened there towards the end of that first round.
Yeah, it
but
was shaky a
one
little
thing
bit.
I know, you bounced back beautifully.
Definitely. First round came so fast that I didn't even understand what was going on first round.
Yeah.
My coach said, you got caught. And you had shaky legs. I'm like, what do you mean?
Chicken legs?
And I said, what do you mean? He said, this guy caught you. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then a day after, I'm at the hotel. People are celebrating and stuff. I watched the fight on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I got caught. I got caught.
What do you think happened then? Was it just a focus? I know that the crowd was much bigger than the crowd that you had in Germany.
Yes, definitely.
Or the crowd you had in 2019.
Yes.
So do you think it was just a focus thing?
I'm not expecting the guy to jump on me like that. Obviously, I was like, I'm a tall guy. He's shorter, so the game plan was to keep him at bay. Don't allow him inside because obviously he's a short guy. Most people say he's an awkward fighter. So I was waiting for me to throw a jab and obviously to keep him at bay.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately...
But maybe it was a good thing it happened towards the end of the first round.
Yes.
Maybe it was a good thing it happened that early in the fight because you were then able to recover. Maybe, kind of sober up to the occasion of what was happening around you and then refocus on the bigger picture.
Definitely, because after the first round, I sat down and my coach said, do you see what happened? And I said, I didn't understand what happened there, what happened. So you got caught.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I really don't want that. You need to refocus, go dominate this guy because this is 12 rounds and this is the world title. We need to dominate this guy. You remember what happened in Germany. You remember what happened in France. So
that's a soccer fight.
Yes, this is not a home ground for you. This guy is fighting home, so you need to dominate each and every round. So
what then was the plan post that rocking of our potential champion? What then became the plan? Was it to be a bit more cautious, or were you still going on the original fight plan?
No, I went back to the original fight plan because obviously it's like you plan, but things happen within planning. So we planned to box this boy outside and. So, and obviously because I have the height, the reach and everything to box outside because he's a shorter guy.
But he's also a southpaw, which again makes it at times very...
He's a very awkward southpaw. And obviously now I'm like, I need to jab his head off. Yeah. And coach said, you need to jab his head off so that he don't understand what's going on so that we can get back to the plan. So second round, I said, I am willing to die in this ring. Second round, I said, I'm going to take this guy to the deep end. And I said to Sky Sports the day of weigh-in, I said, I'm going to drown you. I looked straight into his eyes. I said, I'm going to drown you, my boy.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, because I am going to drown you.
And how did he respond?
I said, there's nothing you can do. I spat everyone. I spat. number one in the division. I sparred Ernest Boots, and there's nothing you can do to me. There's really nothing to, and I knew it because a day before weigh-in, the press conference, I said to him, "Welcome to the jungle, because I'm gonna take you to the jungle because most people believe that we live in the jungle." They believe we're living in the jungle.
Amongst the elephants and the lions and the tigers.
They believe that there's almas everywhere. Like, I don't understand. So I said to him, "Welcome to the jungle." So we're in day, this guy says to me, "Welcome to England." I'm like, "You copying me now?" I said to you yesterday that welcome to the jungle.
And you were Tarzan.
Yes.
Yes.
So now you're saying welcome to England. Then I said to myself, I am going to drown this guy. I'm gonna put everything in me.
Yeah.
After that first round, second round, I say, it's time for domination.
Sure. You talk about it being on Sky as if it was just somewhere unimportant. What I was going to ask you about that is there's one thing heading off to a major arena in London like that. But it's also a different proposition now where Sky Sports beams the fight live to the world.
Yes.
And you are there. I mean, it's just eyeballs. It's about if you get the victory, what is the potential for another big fight after that? Hey, you're a 33-year-old man. Hey, I can see you like in the peak and the prime of your career right
Definitely.
now. And you want the next fight
Definitely
to be the big one. Tell me about what it felt like when you first heard. I mean, look at what we're watching now. We're watching the very same Sky. So that is where, on a different channel, you'd have featured it. So this is happening worldwide.
Yes, totally.
What was that feeling when you heard it's going to be beamed?
Me and my coach, we took a little bit of a step back because obviously you have to ground yourself into knowing the task on hand, because it's more like, for me, like it's more like fighting on SAPC, because all over, like the whole South Africa can say it. The whole South Africa can see it. So for me, it was more like a grounding moment to say, this is what you've been working for since you was a kid. I mean, I became a SA national champion at the age of 13, 2003. So these were the moments I was working hard for.
Yeah.
So I had to ground myself and remember that, Thulani, this is the time for you to reap the benefit of everything you've been working for. And I've been with Sean for more than 10 years. And obviously,
he believes you. He believes in you. He is the same person that when you had to fight your Argentinian opponent and you hadn't been fighting for a while. So he has to dip now into his own pocket.
He had to put money in.
Yeah, he has to put money in
Yes,
so that
exactly.
people can realize, again, your potential.
Yes. And after that, people started saying, bro, you actually on your prime.
Yeah.
After that, when we fought in Durban and I fought that Argentinian guy, Leandro Fonseca, and people after they say, you're on your prime. Then I started saying to myself, I've been on my prime. I don't.
But why did it take so long, though? Because I worried about the period of your inaction, your period where you weren't getting the fights, and how that must be, again, because boxing, like any sport, it's a mental thing, how that must be affecting you mentally.
If you heard what I said on Sky Sports, I said people don't want to fight me.
Are they afraid of you?
They don't want to fight me.
Are they afraid of you?
I definitely think so, because
don't say it if you believe it.
No, because I believe it, because I was on a cold for more than a year. I'm rated top 10, and guys in the top 10 they're fighting. I'm rated number 10. No one is picking me. People are fighting people over 50. You understand, on the ratings, and I'm like, I'm standing here, no one wants to fight me. That's definitely it. Because I take these guys from overseas, it's a risky business to fight me. I have the power.
Yeah.
My KO ratio is 75%. Most of my opponents, I've got 22 fights. 15 knockouts, my KO ratio is up. So these guys, they take it like it's a very risky fight to take this guy.
So for them, it's risky. But when you start to look at your record, like you've just spelled it out now, you fight back in 2018.
Yes.
And you immediately move up to number 12
Yes.
in the world rankings.
Yes.
And then so it improves. Then you move into the top 10, then you move into the top 7.
Yes.
So what is the problem, you know? And I don't know what it is, but the three brothers, it's Sean and George and Peter,
George.
all of them.
Yes.
I think they were with you. They all traveled
Definitely.
to the UK.
Yeah.
And I think as South Africans, we also got to give back to them in terms of just saying a quick thank you for them having the belief in you and seeing your talent.
Yes.
Because you got all sorts of praises as well after the fight.
Definitely. It's a huge team that I have. It's Devald and Lani, it's Sean Smith, it's Peter Smith, it's George Smith, it's my doctor, Gerald Thomas, and the sponsors that are within. These guys, they come to the gym when I'm sparring, they come and watch, and some of them, they traveled with me to go watch, like the likes of Skripandi. So I've got a huge team that believe in me. They see the potential. Obviously, Sean, because I spend more time with him. I was sick. I woke up sick.
When now?
That day I was fighting.
On Saturday?
The day I was fighting on a Saturday. Because, like, this lady that is cleaning in my room.
Yeah.
This lady that was cleaning in my room, I said to her, don't put the aircon on. She put the aircon on, and obviously it's way in day. I'm happy, I'm eating, and I came back late to the hotel. And obviously now I didn't pay much attention. Then when it was around 8 when I came back into my room. Because I didn't eat the day before.
Yeah.
So I came back.
For the weigh-in, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my body's like, I need to relax a little bit. So I ate, then I slept. The next day I'm like, sorry.
Oh, beep.
The next day I'm like,
apologies for that.
Apologies for that.
No problem.
Both of my nose are blocked.
Yeah.
I am feeling sick. I'm coughing badly. Sean is saying, are you okay? The next day I'm like,
this aircon messed you up.
The aircon messed me up. And
maybe the lady was part of the opposition camp.
No. I don't think so.
It was just
she's just doing a normal. That's what she does. And obviously, like in that passage, there's like 20 rooms.
Yeah,
so she would obviously she wouldn't pay attention into this room 539 needs to be, you know.
So how quickly, I'm gonna take an ad break. How did you overcome that? You know, being clogged and just.
It's just that like most of the time it's just I don't care how I feel that day.
You just want to fight.
Yeah, I don't care. Even if I'm going to training, I don't care how I feel. If I have to put work, I have to put work. I don't care how I feel.
I'm sure. Hey, being South Africans, you guys must have whipped up the Vicks Vape Porab.
MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
You know the number one rule of casino? It's where you play that ups the stakes. Lulabet, well played. Here, it isn't a question of whether you'll be lucky today. It's a question of which game will reveal your luck. Will it be aviator, slots, or live games? Don't fold just yet. Small stakes, big take home.
Lulabet. Nailed it. You know casino. You know bets. No person at the age of 18 years is permitted to gamble. Operate licensed by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. National Responsible Gambling Program. Toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008. WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710. Winners know where to stop.
Fly Emirates from Johannesburg to Dubai and beyond and start your holiday on board. Enjoy complimentary food and drink. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates Economy. Book your next getaway at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Allergex Non-Drowsy has been relieving South Africans one allergy at a time. We're all different and our allergies are too. This is why Allergex Non-Drowsy is available in both syrup and tablet form. All the sneezing, runny, itchy noses and throats, we've left no stone unturned. Our mission is simple, to help you live allergy-free with Allergex Non-Drowsy. Ask your pharmacist about the Allergex Non-Drowsy range, brought to you by Adcock Ingram, OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Bye, Vantobami. See you later.
Hi, Bo. Ma Antiza, where you going?
Hey, flying to Durban.
But you flew in from East London yesterday. Did you win the lotto or something? Ma Antiza, you can tell me.
When you get a Nedbank Platinum credit card, there will be signs. Get competitive interest rates from Prime and up to 30% off on flights from just 99 Rand a month, so you can short-lived anytime. Apply via netbank.co.za or the Money app. See money differently. Nedbank, we're a licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Save big on exclusive deals with Vodacom. Study, work, and be entertained with ease with the Huawei B535 home router. Get 2 terabytes of home internet data for only 499 Rand per month over 36 months. You'll save 1,800 Rand. Connect up to 64 devices with up to 100 megabits per second download speed. Available in-store and online. Here's to the next 30 years of giving you more. T's and C's apply. Further together. Vodacom.
The next icons of style are at Sandton City, home of flagship and concept stores and the latest in international brands. Sandton City is proud to introduce the next icons of style in athleisure, beauty, luxury, and iconic timepieces. There is more to shop with new iconic brands and products shaped by local and global trends. Visit santoncity.com for more. Be inspired by all things new, next, and iconic at Sandton City, the city of icons.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
As I said, I don't want to leave here without just reminding South Africans of the greatness of this particular man.
I guess this ground really assists sea bowlers, doesn't it? As we've seen.
Guys, I mean, Kagiso Rabada, what else can we say about the man? The South African paceman setting a new record by claiming his 300th test wicket on the first day of the opening test against Bangladesh. He is the 6th South African bowler to take 300 test wickets, joining Dale Steyn, Sean Pollock, Morne Morkel, Makayantini, as well as Alan Donald in that elite list.
#MSW. #MSW.
Oh man, a champion in Rabada yesterday, a champion in evolution today.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa from Aldos. Just my take on the equal pay discussion and the minister's strong feelings about it. Well, I second those. Really, it does not make sense. No one can actually really explain it. And the minister is correct in terms of saying whenever it comes to women of our country in sport, then we always want to talk about sponsorship is not there and so forth and so forth. So basically, we come up with a lot of excuses. We're not proactive. We want to be reactive. And I think Kate McKenzie is really a proactive minister. And it's very nice to see. It gives one hope, you know what I mean, Rob? And I just think, listen, man, at times we all know this, that the women in certain sporting codes, and probably it's a lot of them, perform better than men. So we must recognize the ladies and give them their dues. It's simple math, and it's definitely not rocket science, my brother. I say thank you, Rob, and congratulations to the champion in your studio, man. Good job.
Hey Rob, Gaten McKinson, I don't think he's gonna win that equal pay. Even me, I'm sitting here. I know exactly why he's not gonna win. It's because they get paid from the sponsors' money most of the time. So the ladies in any sport, is a soccer, is a cricket, is a rugby, they have to walk their journey to attract the sponsors so that they get paid. Let's say, let me give you an example. Rugby was not professional in 1987. Here in South Africa, Premier League is just getting paid, getting a nice salaries now. They walk their journey to get where they are today, the male. The women don't want to walk their journey. They just want to shortcut and get paid bigger. So it's not going to work like that. I don't think they're going to win.
Mr. Marawa, I don't have a problem for equal pay, but then the stadiums must be equal full. So yeah, no problem with equal pay, but then have a full stadium at least sold out, not open the gates for people to sit there to make the stadium full. So yeah, I have no problem with that, but yeah, it's the stadiums must be full.
Stadiums must be full as a prerequisite. Thank you so much, guys. I love those opinions, honest and to the point. And one of the things we'll do on the show is bring the minister, try and get his thoughts and see if people are saying that if there are no sponsors and the sports are not professionalized as yet, where are you planning on getting that money to make sure that the ladies get that equal pay? And if the stadiums, there's no bums on seats, then how are you able again to say and justify that they should be equal pay? So I think all of those things will be laid down on the table for a conversation to be taken. But as I say, highly, highly appreciate those thoughts and those opinions. 060-708-0484, 060-708-0484. Otherwise, give us a call. The champ is in studio, 011-883-8947. I think we've talked about all these positives and the fight back and what lies ahead that I'm equally excited now because I don't know how long it's going to take, champ, for you to get back in the ring. I don't know what's going through your mind. The opportunities are so much. What are the conversations happening right now?
I would lie. The promoter that was doing the fight, boxer company, which is Ben Shalom and the team. Ben Shalom jumped into the ring after the fight and asked us if are we able to fight in December.
Which December? November, December. They want you back in the ring in December.
They're excited. I'm the fighter. I'm the fight of the night. So obviously, at some point, I saved the whole tournament because obviously some of the guys were dominating, and my fight was I dominated, but was also at the same time exciting.
Yeah.
So Ben Shalom asked us if we are able to fight in December.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm ready anytime. And he gave us two options: it's either December or Feb.
Where though?
Obviously, overseas.
Where are they taking you? Hey, but we have to go to Germany, we go to France, we go to Mexico, we go to
No, they want
London.
to do it in England, and I won't lie. I want Riyadh season. I want Riyadh season. Riyadh season, and I think the December one, because he wants us to fight on the 20-something, and the only fight that.
Yeah.
But definitely, if it's Usyk versus Tyson Fury undercard, I am taking.
How are you not going to take Usyk, Tyson Fury undercard?
Yes,
the evolution is in the house.
Yes, no, I'm definitely taking because I'm resting this week.
Yeah,
and I'm back to the gym Monday. So
sure. But what's your camp feeling like? They don't feel that it's too soon after a long break. I know you've been in camp, I think, since July this year.
Yes. So, it's too soon. Some guys.
So February works better for you.
Yes, they're saying it's too soon, but I just come out of camp.
So you're ready. So if it happens on the 20 whatever of December, you would be ready.
Definitely. Next week I go back to sparring. End of the week, definitely by Thursday. Next week, then I'm starting sparring and sparring. Then next 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then I'm fit. I'm fit, bro. It's not like I just came back yesterday, so I'm fit.
No, 100%. And this time around, they're going to make sure you fly business class.
Yes, definitely.
They're not going to mess around with you.
Definitely. Riyadh is big.
You're going to be another card with the, other world champions and major attractions around the world. That's just a given. It's got to be something that happens. What are your major disappointments, though, from a boxing perspective when it comes to South Africa right now? Do you believe that we're giving boxing as much attention? Do you believe that boxing is where it should be? What are your biggest frustrations?
Boxing is becoming, and I'm not talking about boxing alone. Combat sport is becoming, because obviously South Africa is the country is more focused on soccer, and I won't lie and say, oh, I've got disappointment of this, I've got disappointment.
Sure.
I mean, we've got fans, we've got proper fans, we've got fans. My Instagram is like buzzing, my Facebook is like buzzing. It's
Give us the handles, give us the handles so that we buzz some more. Right? Tools Mbenge, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
my Facebook or my Instagram is Tools Mbenge. My Facebook is Thulani Mbenge, but my Instagram I'm more active on Instagram at Tools Mbenge.
Yes.
So I won't lie, we like the buzz is up. Combat sport, like I said on there's SA Boxing Talk.
Yeah.
They support boxing a lot. They do interviews and they go everywhere. I always say like to them that this year the combat sports gods are looking at South Africa as the country, and we're dominating. Look at Kafu, look at Grikas, look at we're doing the best. Look at me, like we're doing the best out there, and I think the coming years, I'm rated 7 in the world right now. I've been for years working towards.
Sorry, just say that louder.
I'm rated number 7 in the world.
Thank you very much indeed. I just wanted that to resonate. When we were talking about the top 10 early on and the top 20 early on, people might think, yeah, you're in the top 12. No,
I'm
top 7. Single digit.
Yes.
Top 7.
7.
And as you were congratulating, let's not forget to Peggy Zizwe, Deep Sleep Mates. Let's not forget as well what he did over the weekend, Alex. Let's not forget.
Definitely.
So we got to include all of the champs, as you rightfully say, is that they deserve their time and their space in the sun.
Definitely.
And this is your time. So with combat sport, as you rightfully said, dominating, what would you like to see change? Because you are a pioneer now. I mean, you're a 2-time world champion.
Definitely.
We can never take that away from you.
No one can take that away. So what I would love to see happening is more of this. More of this. I want to say I really appreciate the fact that you invited me to come in here and talk to you.
You're a champ.
I really appreciate that. So we need more of this. People knowing that there is something going on within boxing, within combat sport. People need to know, because it's easy to blame and say, people don't support us, but they don't know anything. So we need them to know that there is something going on, and the only time they'll know is us becoming, and you guys inviting us in these platforms.
No, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people obviously got to know a lot about you. This was now 10 years ago, and that's why I couldn't believe when I was thinking about it coming to the studio. I was like, when you were in Glasgow, Commonwealth Games, you're winning the bronze medal for Team SA.
Exactly.
That was you.
Exactly. And I broke the record of South African boxing not bringing medal from Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games are the second biggest games in the world.
Yeah.
There's Olympic Games, there's Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
Those are the second biggest games in the world. So, like you're saying, people don't know those things because it's not put out there in the public for public to know.
And then people are the very first ones to criticize, and they'll say, hey, look at Keisha Sbalo, hey, look at Vianney Bongo, hey, then look at the late Dingan Tobela, whatever it is, because people love to criticize because they have the opportunity to criticize. But when you're there and you're at the top and where you are, we should be saying, guys, we need more support. We need more sponsors. We need more people to get onto the bandwagon. I mean, you brought 2 beautiful belts here to the studio. And anyone that's watching on the YouTube channel, guys, listen, it's happening here. We were just afraid to touch them. These things are heavy. They are the gold that they are. Look at the YouTube channel again. I see Joseph Chabang, who says, congratulations are in order. It's a pity as a country. He says, most of us are unable to watch the fights, but we're fully behind you. Things have changed, though. I think, with streaming and so on, you don't have to be sitting there watching TV as we normally watch TV.
Yes.
makes things a bit easier to access the fights, isn't it?
Definitely. I feel like obviously like boxing is an outside sport, which is in which way when it comes to marketing we need people that are social media friendly.
Yes.
To understand how to market us, to put us out there for people to know where to stream our fights, when are we fighting, where are we fighting, how are we fighting, how boxers train and all that. Because you know how it is, people are into social media now.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they're part of your personal life. I wanted to ask you very quickly because this is another, I think it's more like a family tradition.
Yes.
Are you ready to be a full-time farmer in 5 years' time?
I am definitely ready to be. I am a farmer.
I know you're a farmer. I know that tuba uvuli tuba.
Yes.
Your father.
So rest in peace.
Yes, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna say your father.
Yes.
The late.
Yes.
Who led the way, who showed you the way, who showed you how to cultivate for yourself.
Definitely.
Either commercially or otherwise.
Yes.
I hope that you took your lessons from him.
Yes, definitely. I'm with my young brother. My young brother knows how to plant, to do everything when it comes to farming. And yeah, that's one of my things that I do on the other side, farming, because obviously without a farmer, there is no food. So
we need it. We need it.
Definitely.
You know what? If the fight happens in December or the fight happens in February, whenever the fight happens, please let us know.
I'll definitely let you know, Bro Rob. These are exciting times. I want to unify. There's the likes of Ellis Booth, there's the likes of Marius Barrios, there's the likes of Brian Norman. I want to unify now. Yes, I want to unify. I want to fight big names in the welterweight division. Sure. And Conor Ben was there. He saw me.
Yeah. He knows about you. Johnny Nelson was there. He saw you.
Yes.
I mean, he's a former WBO cruiserweight champ himself, so he knows all about you.
Yes. People were happy. I won't lie. Like, it's very exciting to see it because everyone was happy. When I walked in, there was people that knew me, and there was also South Africans that obviously were shouting my name.
But you're a superstar. Why are you doubting yourself?
No, I'm not. I mean, I won't lie, Bro Rob.
Yeah.
These are hostile environments.
I know.
When you go overseas,
they boo you.
Yeah. They boo you. They throw things at you. Because
we are here to celebrate you. We'll never boo you. Your final comments to the loving fans that have been following you, listening to you right now. 10 seconds.
I'd love to say thank you very much to South Africa. I've seen the messages all over social media. I really appreciate each and everything. Each and every message. I really appreciate the prayers and everything. The partner for us and all that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. To the sponsors that sponsor me, I really appreciate my team, everyone. You know what we say in the SA? Mm-hmm. Not DNA, just RSA. Thank you to South Africa.
See, standing ovation in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed. Remember the name, Thulani Mbenge, IBO welterweight boxing champion of the world in studio, ladies and gentlemen. And I can see a lot of you saying...
Two times world
champion.
2 times.
I see a lot of people saying, what was that word? It was talking about, what's a patla? Hey, guys, listen, we'll talk about that on another day. Right now, let's thank the champ for coming through. Let's thank you for listening through. And you can tune in again, another big one tomorrow. Yo! Don't miss it. Marawa Sports Worldwide, brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
From the pitch to the podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. The same.